What up, guys? GangstaPranksta bringing you the weekly wrestling review for February 23rd. Welcome to the show. If you're new to the show, this is where we talk everything about professional wrestling, from news, reviews to predictions. We talk about it all. So if you're a fan of professional wrestling, welcome to the show. On today's show, we got reviews for Elimination Chamber, RAW, Smackdown, Impact, NXT, Ring of Honor, and some wrestling news. So let's jump right into it. First, with my review of Elimination Chamber. Overall, I thought Elimination Chamber was actually a pretty good pay-per-view for WWE. I did have my concerns, being that there was only one Elimination Chamber. That wasn't a main concern, but it was kind of a letdown going into the pay-per-view. So let's just go through the card real quick. First match, Big Show taking on Alberto Del Rio for the world title. Good match. Del Rio wins. The ending was kind of blah because Del Rio messed it up, but he did it again and he did it. So what happened was Big Show had a bucket and then he held the bucket to his head. Del Rio was supposed to do that enziguri thing that he does, but when he tried to do it off the rope, his other leg got stuck and then he just fell. And it's kind of like the Big Show, why didn't you look behind you? But yeah, he didn't look behind him, and it was just whatever. Not a couple endings to this pay-per-view. Common theme in a couple of these matches we're going to talk about next, especially the next one. So next is Antonio Cesaro taking on The Miz, U.S. title match. Pretty good match. Terrible ending. So The Miz was going for a figure four leg lock. Cesaro kicked his leg. He fell knee first into Cesaro's groin, and the ref DQ'd him. Like, on the regular, like if this was just like a Raw or something, he most likely wouldn't be DQ'd. So it was just kind of dumb for a DQ to happen here. So yeah, anyways, Cesaro retains his title. He's still the U.S. champion. They're probably going to have a rematch at WrestleMania, which is whatever, but yeah, that's just me. Next, we got the Elimination Chamber. Winner goes to face Del Rio for the world title at WrestleMania. So we got Jack Swagger, Daniel Bryan, Kane, Mark Henry, Randy Orton, and Chris Jericho. Really good match. This is a really enjoyable match. One of the best Elimination Chambers I've seen. Especially the last few minutes between Orton, Jericho, and Swagger was very, very entertaining. Overall, really good match. Swagger ended up taking the victory and will go to WrestleMania to take on Alberto Del Rio. And yeah, we'll be talking about Jack Swagger a little bit later and some stuff that happens, so look forward to that. Next, we got the Shield taking on Ryback, Cena, and Sheamus. This was a good match, and shockingly, the Shield picked up the victory. The ending was good, with Ryback going for the shell shock, and then you had a Roman Reigns spear him, and Seth Rollins fell on top of him in 1, 2, 3. Really good finish. I enjoyed this match. Next, we got Kofi Kingston versus Dolph Ziggler. This was a really impromptu match. Ziggler came out and it's pretty much, I don't have a match tonight, blah, blah, blah. Booker gives him as an opponent. Ends up being Kofi Kingston. This is like a really short match, but it was pretty good. Ziggler won. Next, you got Tamina taking on Caitlyn for the Divas title, and as expected, this was just okay. Not really, noteworthy, but Caitlyn won. And the main event, The Rock taking on CM Punk for the WWE title. Really good match. Rock wins. Not a big fan of the ending with two refs getting knocked out. Like, one ref's fine, and then you have the second one, and he gets knocked out. Paul Heyman gets knocked out. Everybody ended up getting knocked out, but they finally got to a conclusive winner, and that ended up being The Rock. So overall, I definitely recommend checking out the Elimination Chamber. Really good match. What else? The Shield match was very entertaining. I recommend that. And the main event, it's always fun seeing The Rock get to wrestle, so I recommend checking that one out too. So next we have Raw. So it started out with John Cena comes out and talks about his match against The Rock at WrestleMania. Punk comes out and says Cena doesn't earn it, and he deserves another shot at The Rock. I really didn't understand when he said this, when he's like, he doesn't deserve another shot. And it's like, he won the Royal Rumble. How does he not deserve a shot? Anyway, so Punk's like, I deserve it. Cena challenges Punk to a match with his WrestleMania match on the line because he wants to shut his critics up. Well, how about you fucking shut your critics up at WrestleMania? Just the dumb-ass match. I don't know why they're having this. I booked this perfectly. I fucking did it on how I would book WrestleMania 29. So yeah, I don't know why this match is even happening on my WrestleMania thing. I'm sorry, I had to cut my mic to answer the phone. I don't remember where I was at. So I booked this perfectly on my WrestleMania how I would book WrestleMania 29. I booked it perfectly. You have The Rock, Punk, one-on-one at the Elimination Chamber. Punk tries to use the WWE title against The Rock. Cena comes out, takes the title away. Punk's like, what the fuck just happened? Turns around, gets rock bottomed. Bam, Rock beats him. You know, you build up between, oh shit, Cena versus The Rock, part 2. But then you have Punk constantly in there, constantly being annoying. Just be like, hey, I got screwed. You fucking screwed me out of my match. Fuck you, Cena. Fuck you, Rock. I should be WWE champion. Bam, 3-way WrestleMania. It's not fucking hard. But, yeah, this match is fucking stupid as shit. I don't know why they're having it. Next we got Mark Henry versus Sin Cara. Okay match. Henry wins. After the match, Khali comes out. Next we got Antonio Cesaro versus The Miz in a no DQ match. Pretty good match. Miz wins. Next we got Dolph Ziggler versus Alberto Del Rio. Pretty good match. Del Rio wins. After the match, Ziggler tries to cash in his briefcase, but Ricardo Rodriguez ran and took the briefcase. Next we got Wade Barrett is in the ring and shows everyone a trailer for his new movie. Sheamus appears on the Titantron and says, you know, he's not the star of the movie, and blah, blah, blah. And I hope they're not building for a Wade Barrett-Sheamus match at WrestleMania for the IC title. What happened to the whole Bo Dallas thing? You know what they're probably going to do? They're probably going to have Bo Dallas and Wade Barrett have an IC title match on Raw. Sheamus is going to distract Barrett, allowing Bo Dallas to become the new IC title, building further towards their match at WrestleMania. And then we're probably not going to have an Intercontinental title match at WrestleMania, so yay. Not really. I like Intercontinental title matches, even though they're not different matches, but I just like for the title to be on the line since it's so prestigious, kind of, sort of. So, yeah. Next, we got Tensai, Brodus Clay, and Naomi taking on Epico, Primo, and Rosa Mendez. This was okay. Brodus, Naomi, and Tensai win. Next, we got Jack Swagger and Zeb Coulter in the ring for a State of the Union, or whatever they called it. You know, they talk about the immigrants and how they, want to change America, and Americans need to stand up, and blah, blah, blah. And they're good Americans. Daniel Bryan comes out for a match against Swagger. Pretty good match. Swagger wins. Next, we got Vicky Guerrero and Paul Heyman are in the ring. Vicky announces her new assistant GM to Raw. It's Brad Maddox. Maddox says Vince gave him the job for being loyal, showing him the video of The Shield and Heyman. Vince appears on the Titantron and says he'll be there next week to fight Paul Heyman. Next, we got a 6-man tag, The Shield taking on Chris Jericho, Sheamus, and Ryback. Good match. Shield takes that victory. Next, we got Damian Sandow versus Kofi Kingston. Match never happened after Sandow attacked Kofi. R-Truth returned and made the save. Nice to see R-Truth back. I think they're going to team him up with Kofi again, which, I don't mind. It's more tag team stuff. Next, we got Randy Orton versus Kane. Pretty good match. Orton wins. And the main event segment, The Rock comes out for a WWE Championship celebration. Pretty much just shits all over the spinner belt, which, I'm all for. I hate the spinner belt. Get rid of it. It was cool when it came out, and you know what? When Cena had his reign, he's like, yay, look, this is my belt. But then they kept it, and I was like, what? That's fucking hideous. No, get rid of it. I don't mind it being Cena's belt, but when they just kept it for so long, it's like, ugly piece of shit. Anyway, so The Rock is like, fuck this belt. I have a better looking belt, but guess what? This better looking belt looks fucking awful as well. It's better than the spinner belt, not by much, just like a little bit. Just a big fucking W. It looks awkward as shit to hold. It doesn't look prestigious and glorious, and it just looks like shit, in my opinion. And I've read a lot of comments and talked to some people, and they think it's shit as well. It's all personal preference. I think it's fucking garbage. I do like the side plates, how it has the logo of the superstar, but that means, is every superstar going to get a logo now? Like, how's that going to work? Anyways, Cena comes out. He's attacked by Punk, and Punk wants the new WWE title. I don't know why. So that was WWE RAW. Next we got NXT. It starts out with Yoshitatsu versus Bray Wyatt. Okay match. Wyatt wins. After the match, Bray Wyatt makes the Wyatt family fight each other. I like this segment. Just, you know, he's trying to turn them on each other, but not to, like, physically hurt each other, just to, like, rile them up and, you know, using that, like, sadistic, cult, like, just fucking getting in their brains and fucking with them. I liked it a lot. It was really good. Next we got El Local taking on Xavier Woods. This was just okay. Xavier won. Next we got Audrey Marie taking on Sasha Banks. Okay match. Audrey wins. Next we got Tyson Kidd came out for an interview and talks about his injury. Leo Kruger comes out and says he's going to attack Kidd. And Justin Gabriel made the save. And the main event, Conor O'Brien taking on Biggie Langston. Pretty good match. No one wins after they won't stop brawling. After the match, CM Punk... Corey Graves comes out, attacks Biggie Langston, and takes his NXT title. I believe I've seen this before. I think CM Punk did the same thing. Oh wait, he fucking did the same thing. That just goes to show that Corey Graves is nothing more than a fucking CM Punk Jr., and he pretty much just does exactly what he fucking does, so this is shitty. Let him have his own fucking identity. Next is TNA Impact, continuing to come from the UK. I believe this is the final UK show, or there might be another one, I'm not sure. So anyways, Hulk Hogan comes out and announces that Bully Ray, the guy who didn't fight for a match to face Jeff Hardy, he was given a match to face Jeff Hardy at Lockdown for the TNA title. Bully Ray comes out, thanks Hulk Hogan, and says Hogan should team with him and Sting to face the Aces and Eights tonight. And Hogan says, sure, why not? I don't have a broken hip and fucked up back and shit. I'm good to wrestle. Next we got Hernandez, Chavo, James Storm, Joseph Park in an 8-man tag taking on Kazarian, Christopher Daniels, Bobby Roode, and Austin Aries. Pretty good match. Chavo, Storm, Park, and Hernandez win. Next we got Robbie E taking out Rockstar Spud. Okay match. Spud wins. After the match, Robbie E slaps Terry and runs away, so signifying that I think they are going to break them up, which is fucking shitty, because I like them together. Next we got Tara versus Velvet Sky versus Gail Kim versus Brooke Tessmacher in a 4-way for the Knockouts title match. Good match. Velvet wins and is the new Knockouts champion. So this was an elimination match, and I don't know why they would eliminate Tara first. Wouldn't you eliminate Brooke Tessmacher, have Gail Kim and Tara team up on Velvet, and then they kind of turn on each other, and then, Velvet sneaks a win on fucking Tara or something, and then have Gail and Velvet as the final two and build it up. Oh shit, we're gonna have a new champion. You know, who's gonna win? But nope, they fucking eliminated Tara first, and then Brooke, and then Gail, and fucking... I don't get TNA's booking, but whatever. Next we got Samoa Joe versus Garrett Bischoff. Pretty good match. No one wins after Wes Briscoe interferes. Angle makes a save, then says he and Briscoe have a match at Lockdown. Next we got Kenny King versus RVD in an X Division title match. Pretty good match. RVD wins. And then the main event, Aces and Eights taking on Bully Ray and Sting and Hulk Hogan. Pretty good match. Aces and Eights win. Hogan actually never made it to the match. He was taken out backstage by the Aces and Eights, so it was a handicap match. And that was about it. Next we got SmackDown. It starts with Del Rio comes out, talks about Swagger and Zeb Coulter and, being immigrants and shit. Orton comes out and says his chance at Del Rio was stolen by Swagger and he wants a match tonight. Booker comes out, says there's going to be a... Del Rio's going to have a match against Barrett and Orton will face Swagger. First match, Sheamus taking on Damian Sandow. Good match, Sheamus wins. Next we got Tamina and Oksana taking on Caitlyn and Layla. Okay match, Caitlyn and Layla win. Before the match, they showed a backstage segment with Caitlyn and Cody Rhodes. And, Caitlyn likes his mustache and Cody's, you know, just kind of, you know, fumbling over his words like I kind of was there. And possible face turn for Cody Rhodes? I hope not. I fucking like him as a heel. I just think he makes a better heel than a babyface. And WWE doesn't have too many heels right now. They need more fucking heels than babyfaces. So, you know, they turn Miz and Del Rio into fucking babyfaces. Don't let Cody turn into a babyface too. Next, we got Randy Orton taking on Jack Swagger. Good match. Swagger wins. Next, we got the Miz versus Cody Rhodes. Okay match. Miz wins. And last but not least, Wade Barrett taking on Del Rio. Good match. Del Rio wins. Solid main event for SmackDown. Next, we got Ring of Honor. So it starts out with Tadarius Thomas taking on QT Marshall, continuing the top prospect tournament. Pretty good match. Tadarius wins. Next, we got Nick Westgate and Brian Fury taking on Caprice Coleman and Cedric Alexander. Match gets cut short after Rhino and Steve Corino come out and attack Coleman and Alexander. Next, we got Silas Young and Matt Taven in a pretty good match. Taven wins. Again, this was the top prospect tournament. So the final two participants are Tadarius Thomas taking on Matt Taven. Winner gets a TV title shot. And that will happen at the next pay-per-view in Ring of Honor, which we'll have predictions for next week. So look forward to that. And the main event was Jay Lethal taking on Jimmy Jacobs. Pretty good match. Lethal wins. After the match, Scum tries to jump Lethal, but Kevin Steen has a change of heart and stops the attack. So pretty good, interesting episode of Ring of Honor. If you guys want to check it out, go to ROHWrestling.com, sign up for a free account, and you can watch Ring of Honor every Thursdays when they upload. So next, we got a little bit of wrestling news. So probably the biggest wrestling news. Actually, we're going to save that for a second. So 2K has finally acquired the WWE license and made it all official and stuff. And even if you go on WWE 13 right now and you go on the forums, or not the forums, you go online and they usually have that message of the day type thing. It actually says, you know, 2K has bought, you know, the rights to WWE 13 and blah blah blah, and now they own it. And one thing I fucking don't know why they did, but they pretty much hired everyone who worked on, like, they pretty much hired everyone that got fired for making WWE 13. Now, I hope this is only for, you know, WWE 14. You know, they're making the game, let them finish it, and then the next game, hopefully 2K will make a fresh WWE game, but we'll have to wait and see. So, I don't really know what's going to happen with WWE 14. Like, I want it to be good, but fucking, I don't fucking know. I hope it's good, but that's about it. And the biggest news this week, Jack Swagger is so happy to be back. You know, he's on a good run. He won the Elimination Chamber. He's going to go main event WrestleMania. The guy he's going to celebrate, you know. It's fucking two huge accomplishments. He was so excited. He smoked some weed. That's fine. You know what? Smoke weed. That's fine. But then he's like, let me get in a car and drive. That's where I have the problem. So he got busted with a DWI, driving while influenced, and fucking high as a kite. He's driving his car. He got pulled over. And I gotta say, what a fucking idiot he is. I mean, I don't care if you smoke weed. Smoke it all you want. But to fucking drive and smoke, like, what a fucking idiot. Like, that's idiot material. And yeah, he was fucking arrested. That was about it. And I don't know why he would do this. Like, he's on the biggest thing of his career. He came back after, what, like a 5-month hiatus? And it's fucking... I was so fucking excited to be back. And he decided to smoke a joint. So, there's a lot of talk of, you know, him getting in a lot of trouble. There's actually something that WWE can fire people who are arrested for smoking weed, or at least like a DWI kind of thing. So you know, I don't think they will be releasing Jack Swagger. The most, we'll probably see him at WrestleMania, but I don't think he'll be winning the World Heavyweight title anytime soon. Maybe, you know, Extreme Rules, but probably not at WrestleMania. So, big loss for him. Yeah, what a poor idiot. That's all I can say. So, I want to thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Catch us next time where we got predictions for Ring of Honor. I don't know, the anniversary show. We got reviews for Raw, Smackdown, Impact, TNA, Raw, Smackdown, Impact, NXT, Ring of Honor, wrestling news, a whole bunch of stuff. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Catch us next time. Peace out.